In this video we're going to be talking about that, my new marathon training plan. What is up everybody, and welcome to FORDY RUNS HQ, and we are back in the marathon groove after the epic failure Edinburgh Marathon. I picked myself off the ground, and we are back in the saddle and ready to go. Now, some of you may argue that my training plan for Edinburgh was terrible because I didn't get the result, but we live and learn, and this is the thing with marathon training. You go through a block and you learn what you can do better and you can improve on, and that's always the sort of process that I go through after a marathon training block, good or bad, right? Okay, so hopefully you've seen, by the way, the Edinburgh vlog and also the sort of lessons learned. So we've moved on past all that. I've been thinking about the marathon training plan, and I wanted to go through that with you today and tell you what I'm sort of tweaking, changing and going to be doing over the next 16 weeks. Okay, so for me, I don't know if you can see this or not, but I basically take an old plan, the pre-existing one that I had for Edinburgh, and I start looking through the weeks and I start changing stuff about. Now, I'm not actually going to be going too drastic. Oh, and by the way, if you want to get this training plan, it's on the FORDY RUNS website. I'll link it below. It's entirely up to you. But I'm not changing anything too drastically. Why? Because you might think I'm nuts because of after Edinburgh. But actually, on reflection, I don't think Edinburgh was as bad as I thought it was. I was undone by the cramps. I was undone by a couple of things non-running related. So actually, in terms of the training plan and looking back through it, because this is the thing, I've gone through the old plan before I started creating the new one, and I realised actually that I wasn't a million miles away in terms of what I wanted to get out of that. So yeah, so anyway, so going forward, because this is a forward-facing video, I'm going to be telling you the little tweaks and bits and bobs that I've changed for the next 16 weeks, and also some of the complications that come with summer training. So summer training is complicated, right, because of the issue of the summer holidays, right? And let me just do this, because otherwise we're going to lose this, and because I'm going to come on to it. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's get rid of that, because we can come on to that, and I'll put it up on the screen. Probably easier to do it like that. But yeah, it's complicated because of the summer holidays. Now, the issue that I've got is that I've fallen out of Edinburgh, and I'm going to be effectively falling into another training block. So you think, oh, where's his rest? And this is the thing. It is important to rest after a marathon training block. But I've got a summer holiday coming up. So what I'm doing is I'm building my plan, and this is the great thing about a tailored plan. I'm building the plan around effectively my holiday, because I need some downtime, and I think my actual training block is going to benefit from that downtime. So what we're going to do, we're going to build up miles. We're going to go through the cycles of the 16, 18, 20 miles. And I'll put something up on the screen now to demonstrate that in the first sort of 3 or 4 weeks. We're going to be doing, going back to doing double running. We're going to be doing simple but effective runs in that first 4-week block, which a lot of it's going to be sort of either a goal-paced run and combined with an easy run, or a hard effort with an easy run on the double run sessions. The Friday, which is usually sort of my goal-paced run, lactate threshold run, will remain. And I've also added back in, like I said in the Edinburgh sort of recap, the swimming. So I put that in so I can get down the pool. So we start off with the cross training, add that in. And then we start with the 3 double run pattern, rest day, and then the Friday, which will eventually become my sort of tempo run, and spread that out a little bit. And then we've got the Friday, Saturday long run, and then Sunday recovery run. That will be the makeup pretty much throughout the whole plan. So that will build and build and build. We'll keep going through the mileage, and I've also added in a track session for 2 weeks, and then I come out of it, then I go again for 2 weeks to try and dial in more of that speed. So there's like 400 metre repeats in there, 800 metre repeats in there. Just trying to get over to the track, really to focus the mind on the speed. I think that's the key for going to the track. It takes you out of that sort of comfort zone. When you're on a track, you do seem to, well, I do, I seem to concentrate a little bit more on the effort levels on the speed side of things. So yeah, I've dived in and dived out of the speed sessions on the track, but I will maintain the speed throughout the training plan. And then effectively we have a 2-week downtime. Now in that 2-week time, while I'm away on holiday, what I'm going to do is, while on holiday, I'm going to shorten the runs up to like 30 minutes, and I will make sure that I'm either doing a fast run, like, so, you know, 5k pace, or even some form of intervals, but obviously it's going to be hot, so I've got to be a bit careful, but some sort of 5k pace run. And then I'm going to probably put in, because I'm guessing it's hilly where I'm going, I'm going to put some hill work in. So I'll reduce, take 2 long runs out of the plan, but I will really focus in that 2 weeks on the speed. The other addition, and what I've learned from Edinburgh, is to put more goal-paced work in the long runs. Make the easy pace harder, if that makes any sense, in the long runs. So I do think Toby was right. In fact, we probably ran some of our easy pace too easy. So we're going to drop that down and also do more at goal pace in those long runs. And for example, we're going to try and go for a 16-mile goal run in the plan as well. And as we build through the plan and through those rotations of the 16, 80, 20 miles that I like doing, and the reason I like doing them is because mentally I like getting the distance done through my legs, but we're going to build the goal pace into those runs more than we did in Edinburgh. Now this plan is a little bit impacted by the fact I've got London 2 weeks before Amsterdam. And what I may do, I'm not sure yet, I may see how I feel and go early for London, because I'm starting this plan a bit earlier for Amsterdam, deliberately, because I'm having the 2 weeks off on holiday. All right, they're not off, you could argue, but 2 weeks off the long runs. I'm going to review my training towards the later part of this plan, because if I feel good, I might actually go and attack London and then sort of fun run Amsterdam. So that the BA race, what I've got, so B being London 20-mile run, you know, muckabout, and A race Amsterdam, I may switch them round if I feel okay. So the bottom line, to conclude the weekly vlog, which again is inside, we seem to be inside a lot doing the vlogs at the moment, don't worry, we will be back out and doing the vlogs as usual while we're out and about. But the main takeaways from this training plan versus the previous one is the sort of the evolution of what we had for Edinburgh. Evolution is the right word. The addition of the swimming in terms of cross training, I really want to do that. The addition of the track sessions, the track days in the plan. The addition of more goal-paced work, even though we've done plenty of goal-paced work, but more goal-paced work on those longer runs. So I say more sustained period of time, but also switching up the easy pace to that slightly faster time. I think if I put that all together, I've got a good mix in terms of ingredients. The mileage, weekly mileage, is still around 50 miles, between 40 and 52, I think I am, in terms of weekly mileage, which is fine for me. I can't actually physically do much more than that, because obviously I'm coaching in the evenings as well, so it's always tricky in terms of getting miles in. So it's, again, for me, about quality over quantity, and making sure that the sessions that I am doing are of a high quality. So that's where we're going. That's the plan. Like I say, if you want to grab it, download it, you can. But I think I've taken the lessons from Edinburgh and understood, not what went wrong, because they were kind of out of my control, but factored that in to the plan. That's the best way to describe it. Factored that into the plan. And yeah, so this is where we're going. This is what we're going to do. And again, people, a plan is a plan. It's not the law. This is going to be flexible. I'm going to change stuff up. It's always harder training in the summer, like I said. And it's you've got to be adaptable in the summer, 100%. Now, Simon and Toby, they're training for Amsterdam, so they're going to be 2 weeks slightly different to me. So again, we're going to have to play with some of the mileage and go along, because I like running with my mates. So I'm going to, take into account. I'm not going to be doing, I'm not going to change what I'm doing just because I need to do it. Like, I've got to do 20 miles this week, but the boys have only got to do 18. I'd rather do 18 than do 18 well, if that makes any sense. So yeah, so that's it. Okay, right. So here we go, people. New marathon training block, new marathon training plan. As always, subscribe to the channel, follow along. I've got a really good feeling about this. I'm confident about this block. I know I was confident about Edinburgh, but I've scrubbed that down to one of those days, one of those bad days in the office. That is what it is, and it's done. Can't change anything, so we move on. And we've got to stay positive, and we've got to roll with this plan and believe in the plan and believe in what we're doing. So there we go. Okay, right. So let me know in the comments. Are you training for London? Are you training for Amsterdam? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you guys next week in the weekly vlog.